You guys know my favorite coins. We talk about them all the time. CRO, IOST, Nimic, Tezos, VeChain, and others. But today, we're going to get someone else's perspective. I've joined up with Lorenzo from the Alexander Lorenzo YouTube channel to ask him what his top 3 moonshot coins are, and I think he definitely picked some winners you're going to want to see. Find out where we agree and disagree on today's show. Let's get it. Hey everybody, today I'm so glad to be joined by Alex Lorenzo. His channel, you can find him on YouTube, Alexander Lorenzo. It's got a very, robust YouTube channel. He talks about investing, marketing, all kinds of different things. And so I thought it'd be cool. We brought him on the show today and we talked to him about everybody's favorite topic, top altcoins.
Yeah, so I think you kind of wanted me to talk about my top 3 picks. A lot of it you're gonna be able to find on my channel, but for this video, I wanted to hand select some special ones that I have a significant amount of my holdings when it comes to my altcoin portfolio. So if you guys didn't know, I have like a macro and a micro portfolio. I'm sure BitBoy, you have majority Bitcoin, Ethereum, these higher market caps to be safe. And then every so often we play around with these smaller market cap altcoins. So to potentially outcompete the price of Bitcoin, so you can essentially cash in and increase your Bitcoin or Ethereum position. And then we all know the market cycles. Hopefully by now you guys know about the 4 to 5 year market cycles where we can cash out the top and double, triple, easily your Bitcoin position, right? So the first one I want to kind of talk about is one that I recently talked about and it's been doing well. And I feel like it's relevant to this video because of the timing. Cardano, do you like Cardano?
Yeah, sure. I think, it's taken a long time for them to make anything. Obviously, we all know that.
Yeah.
But I mean, it'll be very interesting to see, when everything is fully launched, exactly how operable it will be.
Yeah. A lot of the stuff I talk about, in my course and with my group and stuff like that, is that, a lot of this stuff really is perception. I don't care, the technology stuff. Yes, you're right.
100%.
Yeah, the technology stuff, maybe in a couple of years, maybe 5 to 10 years. And there are some projects that are elastic markets that people are actually using, like Bitcoin and some privacy coins. But for now, the perception is almost like 70, 80% of what pumps the price. So recently, the reason I've been talking about Cardano is because their top code committer, their project manager and the dev side has been recently committing code from Cardano. And he used to work on Tezos. So I kind of saw this transition here and he's been, contributing to Cardano. And I foresee, maybe I'm wrong, that they potentially can, join with Coinbase, right? Because they have the staking protocol Shelly. And, Coinbase has an incentive to list them because obviously they make fees for helping people stake. So
huge fees.
Yeah, huge fees.
Yeah.
I have no reason why. And you kind of talked about this in our live stream that we did on my channel. You said, look, it's all about perception and what people have seen in the past. Like, what are those coins that linger in your head? It's kind of like a collectible, right? It's like a collectible Jordan. I like to refer to Jordans because they, people say they have no real intrinsic value except for they're on your foot. You could buy a shoe for $20. Why are these shoes selling for $2,000, $3,000? It's because people know about it. And Cardano was a top 5 cryptocurrency in 2017. It was well known in the cryptocurrency community and well sought after. It pumped price right now relative to its all-time high. It's extremely cheap. Correct me, don't quote me on this, but it could be like 20 times less than what it used to be. So we have a lot of potential upside. They are a pretty much top cryptocurrency. I believe it's like 12 or 15 top 20 cryptocurrency.
I think they pumped all the way back up to 11 or 12 recently. They were falling down below 15. Yeah.
So like they have a lot of money invested in it and it's pretty solidified. They're actually, I'm looking at it right now, number 10 on CoinMarketCap. So
wow.
Which is crazy. I mean, when I originally talked about it about like 3 weeks ago, depending on when you guys are watching this video, before I made my Cardano price prediction video, I was telling people I pumped 70%, like easily, just like that. And for a coin in the top, 20, 30 to pump that much, for me is a real win. And the reason why I say that is because not only did you make the significant gains, but for me, I can sleep at night holding Cardano. I don't know about you, BitBoy, but there's some coins holding. I have a hard time, putting a large, significant amount of money. And this coin would be something I wouldn't mind parting with maybe 2% of my portfolio, which if you look at my micro portfolio, I only typically hold about 5 to 10 to 15% of my lower market cap altcoins. So that's significant in comparison to that. But yeah, I would say that's one of the biggest picks for me. Did you have any other comments about Cardano that you want to talk about?
Yeah, I mean, Cardano is, I'll be honest with you, it's really shocked me this month. I did just a video where I was talking about, you want to get coins that are moving in the top 10, not moving out of the top 10. You want to get coins that are moving in the top 20, not moving out of the top 20. And Cardano and Tron, like I really put, they're very similar in a lot of ways in terms of, their early explosions and then absolute just like, nothing happening for so long, accumulation stages. And it seemed like to me that Tron and Cardano were both kind of, on the slide. And, it's rare that you see coins go down on a slide as big as they've had, and then just all of a sudden shoot back up. And what's even more rare is for those coins to be able to sustain that when they go back up. So we'll just have to see if Cardano is able to sustain this little pump it's had. So, and I totally agree with you. I don't think tech matters a lick. Like that's just honest truth. People don't want to hear it, but right now where we're at in cryptocurrency, everything's speculative.
That's why I have a strategy where I cash it into Bitcoin. I increase my Bitcoin position. I already took off, 20% off the table with my private group, that, the course and everything like that. And I was showing them my exit positions. So yeah, I mean, I have like kind of a strategy for everything. I'm sure you dollar cost average. Same thing when I get out. I'm cashing out small positions, and then I'm waiting for that big, Bitcoin, the one that we study a lot, right? That big Bitcoin boom. And we kind of already know where it's going to be in 2 to 3 years. Hopefully, we're kind of right. And you can start taking positions in the same way. But yeah, so let's jump into the second coin.
Yeah, let's hear number 2.
All right, so number 2, Dash. So again, same reasons, okay? Similar in the retrospect that, they're a solidified project, right? What are they? Let's see, on the CoinMarketCap. They're 22 right now, okay? But the reason I like Dash, they're trying to attack the whole currency thing with the fast transaction and the privacy coin. The big reason I like Dash, and it's one of the only reasons, is because it's the limited supply. I remember you said in our last video, with the last interview we did on my channel, you said, you have to look at the numbers on CoinMarketCap. And one of the biggest ones, in my opinion, it's the supply. It's supply and demand. If they have less supply, it's rare. And not only that, but I know a lot of these people are holding their cryptocurrency on the masternodes. So in my opinion, that's going to lower the supply as well. And they have to keep a significant amount, which is what? I don't know the exact, don't quote me on this, but like $100,000 to $140,000 worth of Dash. They have to hold that to maintain this masternode. So that will lower the supply in the future, right? And then also in 2017, the percentage gains of Dash actually outcompeted Ethereum, which is true to my heart. I made a lot of money off of Ethereum. I got in at $3 to $7. And I can't get emotional in the investment, but I used to literally, it burned it in my head. I would look at the charts and people were saying, if you would have bought Dash, you would have made more money. So I know it burned it in a lot of other people's heads. I know there's a lot of big players investing in Dash, and like we said, project's not that big of a deal. They're losing developers, whatever the case may be. There's a lot of people talking about how privacy coins, regulation, and everything like that. But like I said, this is just to increase my Bitcoin position, and I love the supply part. Do you have any response on Dash?
Yeah, Dash is interesting to me. I mean, the masternodes they have are definitely very appealing, and is very fast. I know that. A lot of people have said that their private send function that creates, that makes it a privacy coin, a privacy coin you can turn off or turn on.
Yeah.
A lot of people say that it's not really, they've had problems actually being able to trace those. So I don't know what Dash's value really is a privacy coin per se, but it is very fast and the fees are very low. They've got a good app. I think, it was very interesting, when you think about Dash, because I don't know if you've ever seen, there's a famous YouTube video of a guy breaking down the beginnings of Dash and how sketchy it was when it started. It's a pretty good video. It really opens your eyes up about a lot of stuff. And it's really just like everything in the beginning of cryptocurrency was so sketchy. But now you've really seen, I think, Dash mature. And, I don't think the way that a project was necessarily started has that much to do with where they're at now, all these years later. So, I do like the supply. I think the supply is good. I think, there's something to be said about a project that, tries to have a low supply like Bitcoin. All these other projects, they want to make, 84 billion tokens, like, or 84 billion coins like XRP. And it's like, that's probably too much,
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, it has, as a long-term, not too much my thing with Dash, but as a potential to outcompete Bitcoin, I think it has a very good potential maybe in the future and maybe the next bull run. And it showed it in the past. So, and you're right, they rebranded and everything, right? They did the whole rebranding. And, there's a lot of coins like that. And I'm sure there's so many that I wouldn't be able to name. But yeah, cryptocurrency in general, guys, if you didn't know, this is why I only have 5 to 15% in altcoins. It's sketchy. It's the wild, wild west of finance. They will take advantage of you. Yeah. They will do it. So, you know, in general, you want to stick to like the top. I mean, this is my thing, but like the top 200. If you're going below that, you better know something that we don't know, right? And you better take your research very serious. But yeah, that brings me to my next point, which I'm sure you can agree upon, very solidified, basic attention token. And for me, like I said, in a lot of my investing, it's more like collectibles. I do look at, obviously, you know, the metrics on, you know, token metrics talks about it. Like I look at also, you know, CoinMarketCap supply versus circulating supply versus what they've done in the past, inflation, all that stuff. But I think for this one, I guess it hits me really home when it comes to the project side. This one, I would say, okay, we're talking about the technology. Because, I mean, maybe not in 2 years, this is a long-term hold for me. Maybe in 10 years, they might be able to pull something off. Do you have any comments about basic attention token?
Yeah, I like basic attention token. I just actually did a video today. It hasn't published yet, the day that we're recording this anyways.
That's funny.
About the Brave browser scandal. Have you heard about that?
I heard a little bit. I actually went into it myself, but they paid me, so I guess I wasn't directly affected. But yeah, go ahead.
So, you know, where they were hijacking affiliate links and stuff like that. And it seems like it just runs so, you know, counter to what they're about with privacy and freedom and decentralization to, you know, be kind of doing that underhanded thing. And, you know, they're, you know, talking about a fork of Brave browser now called Braver browser. And it's going to actually not be integrated with that at all. So I've been a big fan of that, and you know, Brave browser as well. I really like what they've done. You know, I've gotten a lot of people in my life that I've converted them over to the Brave browser. So to see something like that, like, it was definitely pretty disappointing. I hope they can turn it around. And I think at this point, you know, Brave browser is the #1 most used product in cryptocurrency.
Exactly.
You know, so they've done a really good job of being able to kind of spread that message. A lot of people use it, don't even know about crypto, and they don't even understand the basic attention token and things like that. So, you know, that mainstream adoption that we're looking for, they've made more inroads towards that than anybody else. So I certainly hope, and, you know, this is a sentiment I express in my video, is, you know, I hope they're going to be able to turn this around and, you know, keep going forward and just learn from this mistake and just don't do anything sketchy. You can't pretend to be like, you know, transparent and open and then actually be sketchy, and that, you know, hurts your credibility. So we'll see what happens with the fork of the browser. I don't know how successful that will be, but
it's true. I actually had a lot of problems withdrawing, you know, my affiliate commissions and everything like that. I've had problems in the past. Now, I haven't dove deep into what you're talking about. I thought you were talking about something different, so I'm looking forward to your video. But yeah, I mean, if they had, you know, a big hiccup, hopefully in the future, like I said, very long term, and maybe my viewpoints would change. Hopefully, you know, like you said, they drove a lot of adoption, and that's primarily what I look at with a lot of cryptocurrencies. But yeah, I mean, thanks for opening my eyes on that. I appreciate it, man.
Well, yeah, like you said, it's the wild, wild west. I mean, even the projects we have the most faith in, you know, they make mistakes, and this is what happens in an industry that is not regulated. Yeah, you know,
lot to keep after. But yeah, I mean, just to recap everything, we got Cardano ADA, some beautiful things happening with Shelly and staking and potential Coinbase listing. We have Dash, was like a grassroots, you know, community type of cryptocurrency. It's been solidified for a long time with the low supply. And then hopefully basic attention token can turn things around, because their product was amazing. I can't say the same anymore. I'm gonna have to dive deeper. And they drove some adoption that, like you said, the most used product for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You have any other comments about anything else?
Well, I think those are 3 good picks. I mean, I think they're, you know, definitely a lot of good prospects for some gains there. And, you know, I'm with you. I try to tell, you know, my people, you want, you know, a very small percentage of your portfolio down below, you know, in the depths of CoinMarketCap. So those are definitely 3 projects that I feel like, you know, people can have a little more faith in, you know, obviously than, you know, throwing a dart at a dartboard and hoping to hit some money. So, but Alex, we've appreciated you being on the show today. Thank you so much for giving us your top altcoin picks. You guys make sure to go check out his YouTube channel, Alexander Lorenzo. I'll put the link down below. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Have a blessed day. BitBoy out.